Today, guys, we're going to do a cosmetic repair on the interior of this '04 Cavalier. And what we're after today is fixing these cracks, right? So this particular piece is part of the main dash assembly. So, you know, the top comes off, this front plate comes off, other things come off, but that is all part of the main dash, and it doesn't, even if you were to go find another one, it would crack again. It's just a defect in the plastic, and it's just too susceptible to ultraviolet light, so it cracks up. So what I'm going to show you is a third-party product that does a really good job of covering this up. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, I'll put a link to this part in the video description, but it's from a company called Dashskin. And what you get, you know, when you unpack the box, you get this part already in, you know, sealed up in plastic. It comes in 3 colors, depending on, it covers 95 to 2005 Cavalier, but they have a lot of different vehicles. And so you can get the medium neutral, the black, or in my case, the graphite, to be an exact match. And then it comes with some instructions and some adhesive. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to open this guy up, and we're just going to do a test fit to see how this looks inside and how good of a job it does covering it up. What you can see is, you know, you've got the piece on the edge that swoops over the edge, and then it just goes completely along the entire perimeter of the dash and covers up all of that. And then as we proceed through this video, you know, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to be applying that adhesive, and then it's going to stick down to whatever is left of the dash, particularly on the end caps, and hold down and cover this up cosmetically. So let's go take a look at a test fit. All right, guys, so, you know, start with one end. I just started with this end, get the edge piece outside, on the outside edge, and then just slowly push it in. I mean, it's kind of a brittle plastic, so be gentle with it. But if you get it into place, this is what you'll end up with. And so when this guy is glued in, it's going to look brand new. You know, it's an exact copy of the texture and the color and everything. So let's go ahead and get started with the installation. All right, you know, if you take a look at the instructions that come with the Dashskin, you know, they talk about dry fitting. Actually, we already did that just to see how it looks and make sure it's a good fit. And then they talk about cleaning. You got to get all the dust and grime and old Armor All and whatever other stuff you might have had on here so that the adhesive has got a good chance of sticking to what's left. We're going to do that, but I'm also going to tell you about something that's not in this manual that I did. So some of these cracks rattle, and this one here on this particular vehicle rattled a lot. And if you can zoom up here, you can see what I did before I got started here is I glued a little bit of foam underneath here just to prevent this from rattling, because once we get this piece in, we're not going to be able to do any kind of repairs like that. So if you had anything else that was rattling or buzzing or anything like that while you're driving, now's the time you want to take care of it. If it's really bad, you might want to just discard really shattered pieces of the plastic. There's a number of different things you can use to clean. What I'm using is this vinegar Windex multi-surface. Use something strong that'll degrease and remove whatever you might have sprayed on here over the years so that the adhesive has a good shot. With a microfiber towel so you don't leave a lot of little dust pieces, because that just makes it worse. All right, so I'm going to go do that. I'm not going to film you guys seeing me clean this up. But then after this, we'll go over and we'll start applying the adhesive. All right, guys, so let's get going with the glue. So one of the things they tell you is if you're in cold weather, you can heat it up. I actually took some boiling water and I let this sit in there just like they recommended. It's not super cold here, but it's in the 60s, so just to be sure that we get a good flow. Now, I don't know if the glue that comes in yours will be exactly like this one, but this one's nice and convenient because this particular type of product, you just need to pierce the front like that and it's ready to go. So what they suggest on here, if you look at the picture with the coloring, they go all the way around the perimeter and all the openings. Of course, this is a different kind of vehicle than the Cavalier, but you can see on here, you know, they tell you to stay very close to the edge. So I'm going to run this about a ½ inch around the edge, all the way around, just like so. Just try to keep it, you know, nice and uniform and slow. You got a whole tube. You have more than enough than what you'll need. So I'm going to go ahead and complete going around like this, and we'll come back and I'll show you how I've laid it down before we install. All right, guys, you see I've got the adhesive, which is nothing more than a silicone-based sealing type adhesive, so it's nothing special here, but it does have some pretty strong vapor, so make sure you're out in the open as it's curing. So now we're ready to go install it. So let's get it in and get it positioned inside the vehicle. All right, guys, just like the test fit, start on one side, get it positioned. Just make sure you're holding it on the edges, though, because you've got this adhesive. And then just slide it into position, just like you did on the test fit. So run your hands all the way around it. Make sure you got it really in there tight. And the next thing you want to do is weigh it down. So I rated the pantry for these bags of sugar. You want to just get something, and I also grabbed some bags of beans. But, anything that's like a sandbag is a perfect tool for something like this. You just want to get something that's flexible. You can get in here and weigh this guy down. That it can sit. And that's going to need to sit for about 4 hours to cure. And then it'll be fully dry. So at that point, we'll come back and we'll take a look at it. On the outer doors, we're going to take a towel and we're going to put them on the edge where these guys are, these end caps. We're going to close the door on them to put pressure on that side as well. So I'm just going to go around and keep doing that, keep weighting this down, and then we'll let it sit and we'll come back. All right, guys, it's been a little over 4 hours. Taking that towel away from the end plate. Let's take our bags of weight here off and see how everything came out. So it looks pretty good. A little piece of debris came off of our food products. We'll have to wipe that up, but yep, it's in there nice and tight and nice and secure. So the next thing I'm going to do on this is just armor all it all over again. Help protect the new plastic from any UV light and just make it all look good. Get some of this debris that came off because of the food containers, these bags that we were using. But otherwise, I think this came out really good. And I definitely recommend this product. It came out really good. It hides all this. Does a really good job. And it's really super simple and easy to install. Again, I'll put a link to this product in the video description if you're interested in pursuing it. If you got any questions about this, please feel to leave a comment and I'll try to help you. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.